Hello, my name is Andrii Shupta, and this is a video for presentation about an adaptive approach to detecting fake news based on generalized text features created by me and my co-authors described in the slide. So about the problem. Fake news has become a serious problem in recent years as they quickly spread through social media and platforms. These platforms lack verification measures from users and their posts, leading to spread of false information, such as misinformation about and propaganda for targeted individuals, society, organization, or political parties. The problem contains of general three topics that we checked is growth of fake news, AI, and social media, that analyzing text becoming harder, and new approaches has been made to create new fake news. In related works, we have checked that there are different approaches, but some of them have their pros and their cons. For example, some of articles include text checking and user-based features, deep learning, or for example, creating n-gram together with TF-DAF, which is term frequency inverted document frequency, for better results. However, they have weaknesses such as inadequate quality of the data, the speed of fake news, and the changing technologies for creating fake news. For example, if we have data set where one topic marked as always false, even true articles will be misleading if we use only term frequency approach. We have three challenges. The lack of quality labeled dataset, which is the number one. It's because of the most dataset we have currently is English language, and without reliable training data, it can be difficult to ensure that classifiers accurately identifies fake news for other language than English. Flexibility of approach. The second challenge is related to limited number of text characteristics that are currently used to identify fake news. Existing approaches often rely on labeled dataset, which can be difficult to obtain and may not accurately represent a variety of fake news. And lack of context. Finally, the third one is important for approach that is accurate and interpretable, so user can understand how the system works and have confidence in its ability to detect fake news and not to be black box. The solution is adaptive approach to fake news detection, and is proposed based on feature vector that we take from generalized content of text and its characteristics. Implementation. For implementation of proposed approach, we have been using Spicy NLP Python library, such as it has tool for processing entity recognition, part of speech, tagging, dependency parsing, and pre-trained models it offers, and also access to Ukrainian language for the future. Other library have been used is scikit-learn to access MDS, which is multidimensional scaling, and SVM, support vector machine for training classifier. So our 5 steps: pre-processing, getting params, classificator training, classificator validating, and comparing results and detect accuracy. For pre-processing, it's important to clear text from different punctuation marks, stop words, numbers, and other part of text which is counted as useless and generally used in every text. This could be tagging part of speech, lemmatization, tokenization, etc. So we detected these parameters in different areas. First area is persuasion and influence. So, for example, if article criticizes a particular political figure, it also can imply and influence readers who already hate that political person in other way to strengthen some negative beliefs among other topics. Those are three main parameters that we picked is paraphrase ratio, how much text is repeating itself. Dehumanizing language ratio is how many terms used to dehumanize and deprivate of human person in this text. And subjectivity ratio is detected by spicy, such as English language and other languages have coefficient of subject words. Next one is narrative. Narrative is one of components of detecting fake news, and it's important to have clear, consistent narrative that is related to headline of the text. So we picked parameter header similarity. Header summary similarity is when we have header and subheader and general idea of the text matching at least some of percentage. Sentiment and linguistic analysis is more about identifying unusual and illogical text structures. For example, unusual and appropriate language ratio, awkward text ratio, and in general sentiment, like average sentiment among article, positive and neutral and negative ratio, also important in conjunction to have different vector in the end. So classificator and validation. To access the quality of proposed feature vectors, we have been using MDS to make it two-dimensional, and criteria we have picked is visual depending on where we have our dots. On the left is most ideal case, and on the right is real world, where we have fake news in the middle, conjuncted, and which is more real world example. Then for classificator, we have picked support vector machine. This is algorithm to analyze data, and it has some regression analysis for supervised learning models to give us parameters of precision, recall, and F1, which is popular by using to determine classificator success. Results. Number of experiments were conducted to test proposed approach and to evaluate validity of feature vector. For MDS, we made 2D graph. As we see, green is real news, red is fake news. And after classificator training, we detected the line that separates. And as this is a real world examples, some red dots on the green and some green dots on the red. Number of experiments with different number of news show an average of 85% of accuracy, which is good use case for our approach. For conclusion of this approach that we picked is we managed to take different parameters and use multidimensional scaling and SVM classifiers to achieve high accuracy in detecting fake news. While limitations include absence of high quality data, we can increase number of generalized text features, add other features than text in cooperating with new datasets and features. The goal is to increase accuracy and identify fake news better. So for the future, we can include external APIs for detecting, for example, facts, like fact checking, analyzing social media, analyzing toxicity on social media, who likes the post, who not, and extending approach to using IE generation and IE detection of generated content. Thanks.